What's up, everybody? GrimmGreen back here today. Thank you so much for joining me again. Here's two things that have been in my office that I can just no longer ignore. Vaporesso Gen PT80s and PT60. These look a little bit familiar. One of them uses an 18650, the other has an internal battery. It looks like they both have a magnetic style like sub-tank topper. How much of this packaging can I show on YouTube? Let's drop down, let's set these up. I'll meet you back over here at a much later date. I'll give you some thoughts. We'll hand out some banana stickers. Let's get this Vaporesso show on the road. All right, yeehaw, here we go. Vaporesso Gen PT80s and PT60. What I'm hoping is that these are going to be all cross-compatible. I want to use the tanks in the same and the coil heads in the same. Obviously, the PT80s has an 80 watt maximum output. The PT60 has a 60 watt maximum output, and this is the one with the internal battery. It has a 2500 mAh or milliamp internal battery. They both have a 4.5 mil capacity tank, and they both use the GTX coil heads, but what's interesting is the PT60 comes with a 0.2 and a 0.4 ohm coil head, and then the PT80 comes with a 0.15 and a 0.3. And that just seems like weird, arbitrary coil head resistances. There's the 60, there is the 80, and yeah, look, it's whatever. They're a little generic looking and feeling, I'm not gonna lie, right out of the gate. They both have a texture to them. They're both, I believe, made of plastic. This PT80s without a battery in it feels so lightweight and plasticky, like I could just break it in half if I wanted to. Someday, China and Vaporesso are going to mark coil heads in a more deliberate manner so you can see them easier. But I put the 0.2 in the PT60, and we're gonna put this 0.3 in the PT80. Just a few drops of juice. These coil heads just press fit in there. It looks like there's a flat side, round side, but you can just press them in. The flat side, round side does not matter on this. These tanks are exactly the same, 4.5 mils. They seem to be mostly plastic, although I guess this could be like a thin aluminum up here, but I believe it to be plastic. Airflow on both sides, and if you twist your airflow, you're going to reveal, a little silicone stopper plug. Gonna fill it up. Vaporesso's not the first company to do this design on like a little sub-tank, but it's nice and always welcome. After you get it filled up, you can just twist your airflow back to the airflow. Once we get an 18650 battery in this PT80s, you can kind of see the display. Feels very old school, a little throwbacky to like an old DNA board. It will adjust in 0.5 watt increments up to 80 watts. It shows you your battery level indicator right there, your resistance, 0.33. Apparently I've taken 2 puffs already. So 3 quick presses on the fire button is going to lock the fire button. 1, 2, 3. That's pretty nice. 1, 2, 3. A long press and hold on both the up-down buttons will get you into the menu. You can swap it back between variable wattage, variable voltage, smart variable wattage. Default will reset all of your settings and then exit. I think we're gonna leave this on variable wattage. And that's it. There's no bells and whistles, temperature control, anything like that. It doesn't even round robin from 5 watts to 80 watts. So let's get this up to like, 64 watts. That should be fine. Internal battery PT60, much smaller, very lightweight. I'm assuming everything is the same. 1, 2, 3. Yep, same menu, variable wattage, smart wattage, variable wattage. All right, so simple, straightforward. I've used the GTX coil heads quite a bit in the past, but let's just have a preliminary toot here on the PT60. It's a 0.2, we're maxing it out at 60 watts. Okay, yeah, that's feels like a nice GTX coil. The airflow is substantially smoother than I thought it was gonna be. Dang, kind of completely surprised by how nice that flavor and airflow is. All right, cool. Well, there you go. We're officially in the lineup now. Gen PT60, PT80s. I'm going to start using these over the next week or so. I'll meet you back over up top. We'll hand out some banana stickers. It'll be great. How about some car updates for the Vaporesso Gen PT60 and PT80s? Here's what I want to say. These GTX coil heads are confusing me. Okay, not necessarily confusing me. I run this 0.34 at 70 watts on this, and I wish I could put it to 90 watts. It just feels forever underpowered to me. Alternatively, I can take this 0.2 and put it at 60 watts, and it's everything I want. It's crispier. I think the flavor's better. I like a little bit more warmth. So look, there's some limitations to what these things can do, and I don't think these things are meant to be like, banger all day, the last vape you'll ever buy. They do have a little bit more of a plastic, maybe these are gonna temporarily be in your life. I like the single 18650, but out of the two of them, I've actually been using the PT60 quite a bit more just because, boom, smaller, cool little hand feel. And like I said, it has that 0.2 at 60 watts. It's amazing. Obviously, they are cross-compatible as well. This is the 0.2 at 60 watts on the PT80s. And it's real nice. I'm surprised how much I like this top-down airflow. One thing that I noticed is, I said these kind of fall in here crookedly. That's because they do have to fit into a little notch, and that little notch exists so you can get to the fill port without like the whole tank spinning. That's just cool. Like, that's just a smart design. Cloud comped my car. I'm not ending this party here. I'm gonna keep going, and yeah, I'll meet up with you guys in a few days. It's cool. The sun's just frying me. Don't worry. I have sunscreen on. I think I'm here on the beach today to end this Vaporesso Gen PT60 and PT80s video up in my old hometown of Lake Tahoe. I drove up here and the only one I brought with me was the PT60, not the 80s. Here's the thing, I'm gonna say that the 80s, even though these are interchangeable and essentially the same things, the 80s uses an 18650. Even though that uses an 18650, I have plenty of single 18650 devices that I like much more than the 80s, but I don't have any devices that I really like that are just one of these little lightweight 2,500 milliamp hour battery, 60 watt coil head based little banger. If you're already in the Vaporesso, like, you know, GTX coil head ecosystem, they're gonna be compatible with this. I do always really like the GTX coil heads, and I think this filling top cap is just genius. The idea that your pod fits in here, or your tank rather, fits in here in a certain way so that you can just open this and fill it and then close it and get back to your airflow. I think that's just awesome. And on top of all of it, it vapes pretty damn good. The airflow isn't crazy smooth. It's a little bit hair, I wasn't even gonna mention it, hollow. There's not a lot of people around me. I'm not being a dick. I've got the 0.2. It's maxed out at 60 watts, but it's also a damned nice vape. And I'm gonna go ahead and say that the Gen 80s is fine. It's very fine. It's gonna be in like the 5 area. Very fine. But this little 60, this little Gen PT60, it's just so lightweight. I like it. I like having a little bang around, lightweight, little good battery life. I know the coil heads are good. I know the vape I get from it's going to be good. I know I can get big, rich, flavorful clouds from it. It's like a pod system for cloud chasing, and I'm really enjoying it. Last thing I'll say is that the airflow is a little bit restricted, a little bit spongy. So clearly here we are at the end of the video. It's fucking right here. Oh, hey, what's up? It's currently editing this in a hotel room guy here. I realized as I was laying on the beach and giving myself a tremendous sunburn. Holy shit, you guys, look at this sunburn. Oh my god. I'm trying to keep my butt crack out of it. I got some Just the Lobster tails from Trader Joe's, and here's the thing. I don't think the lobster is the best part of the Scandinavian swimmers. Trader Joe's. I realized I didn't give this any banana stickers. 8 is what I was going to say. And what I'm also going to say is that I don't really have any banana stickers like that I can show you. On this laptop, they're not on the cloud, they're kind of not anywhere. I have that one graphic of 5, and that was it. I kind of just blew my whole load right there. That's the only banana stickers you'll see while I'm on vacation. Look, they're good. They're just not the best. All right, back to slowly getting sunburnt guy. No aliens game, no vape budget hands or anything like that, but I will say this. If you're someone that smokes cigarettes, you don't have to just keep smoking. There's a multitude of safer nicotine products out there. In the description of this video, I'm gonna put some links to some science and education for you. This has been a GrimmGreen video. Smoke free every day for 13 years now.
It's like 10:30 and I'm just gonna smoke, so